Hello. It's Mario Kart time. Time for Mario Kart time. You go first when you are the Mario Kart. Yahee! Hello. Oh no. Like the art? Yeah. That's good. I'm not play. So when they tell me to update my bullshit. I don't know. Create. I will create a room. Hey. Benoit! Benoit Four Wheels is the Roman name. Yeah, I like the art.
Post a Twitch link, you stinky bench, making me scroll up in chat SMH.
Making you scroll up in chat? Wait, what? Scroll up in chat? What are you talking about? Twinch. Wait, what are you talking about? Try... What? What? Red Fire Yoshi? What does that mean? What? Using dry Bowser. Oh. dry bowing. And Polls channel? Post a Twitch link in the Polls channel? It makes you scroll up. Oh, you want me to... Okay, that makes sense. Well, you can't just... Alright. Alright. Here, why don't I pin it? Why don't I pin my Twitch thing to pin message? Pin it. There you go. Now you can click on pinned. And get it from there. So I don't have to put it every single time. You can look at my stupid face. Okay, so I'm gonna put the lobby in this right here. BNY4W. That's the... There's the room ID. That way you guys can... People can join if they ask about the room ID to join. There's that. I don't think you have to be on friends list to be able to join with the room ID. I think that's the whole point. So I don't think we need to do the thing. No, I'm not gonna pin that. Actually, I can't even pin it because I don't. Because I'm on this. I'm on Restream, so I don't. There's no like interaction. I can't do anything. I don't have any tools. I have to like entirely rely on mods. Anyway. Oh, you pin it on Twitch. Thanks, Red. Normal items, no teams, hard computers. Okay, let's do this for now. And other people can come in. Usually it usually takes about an hour for us to get, like, a few more people in. So we can do that. Hello, Kuka. Wow. Mario. I like Mario Kart. Wowee. I have fun with Mario Kart. I don't really pay attention to it, so my brain just kind of drifts into nonsense thoughts. That's why it's a good game to stream, I think. It's too bad about Disney Sneedstorm. Dry browsing. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that was close. I almost got degloved. Oh. I fucked that one up. I always don't hit that shortcut, too. I always forget. Ugh. Fuck. Ah, wasted. Well, this is the rest of the race now. What happens if you go in the middle here? Must be a little bit faster, right? I'm in second place again. Okay, I guess that answers that question. Whoops, I meant to hold on to that. Oh, yeesh. What happened to Disney Racer? It wasn't very good. Too bad. Oh. Oh no! The aim. Uh-oh. It's not fast enough. Darn. Barely lost. Tell me more of the Sonichu medallion dream. Oh, yeah. So I had a dream. Okay, so first of all, it should be known that Red bought me a Sonichu medallion for Christmas. A Sonichu medallion made by Chris Chan. A real one, you know, with the signature on the back and everything. And it stinks, and it has hair in it. And it's just terrible. But I'm very grateful for it. So I got a Sonichu medallion. Don't touch it with your bare hands. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned about that, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be, like, irradiated or something. Like, you never know. But I'm not too concerned about it. Anyway, so I have the Sonichu medallion. I had a dream last night that I was at some kind of fair or something, and we were trying to get to one of the attractions. And in order to get there, we had to climb up a big, like, hill, right? Like, the attraction we were trying to get to was at the top of the big hill. But it was really, really steep. It was, like, way more steep than you could expect people to actually climb, but everyone was climbing it. And I was climbing, I kept getting snagged on things. I was like, what the fuck? What do I keep getting caught on? And I noticed I was wearing my Sonichu medallion, and it just kept getting snagged on, like, rocks and twigs and shit as I was trying to... fly, Jesus Christ. As I was trying to climb up the hill. Oh.
The medallion is working. Its influence soaks into his mind while his guard is down.
Is that how it works? Cursed with the evil energy. Oh! I should leave a... oh, Red. Since you bought it...
That's how it works.
Red, you need to leave a review on the Christian Etsy talking about this. And say that that its cursed energies are causing this. Oh, maybe. Oh, maybe Chris will read it. You didn't use an account to buy it? Oh. Hello, Diane. Sorry if my speech is weird. I'm half paying attention to the game, half trying to tell a story, so I have a lot of random pauses. Not that I don't have a lot of random pauses anyway, just due to ADHD. Trying to hide you are Durg actually flying. No, it was because I hit a jump in the game, and my mind was halfway between game and reality, and I was thinking about flying when I was in the car, but... Figured out a cool secret in this game. The red Yoshi goes faster because he's red, like orc vehicles in 40k. Red goes faster. We got meth for ADHD. They still haven't given me medication. So there is a national shortage of this specific medication because suddenly every doctor is prescribing it. Sounds pretty fishy if you ask me. Sounds pretty conspiracy theory, if you ask me. Suddenly, oh yeah, every doctor. Oh yeah, this is the best medication. Uh-oh. Oh, I fucked it. I was trying so hard to hit with that green shell that I forgot to pay attention to, like, the road. It's actually better, I think, to not be in first place for the most part. Because, like, if somebody threw a blue shell right now, if I can stay, like, right behind the person in first place and just let them eat a blue well, speak of the devil, and let them eat a blue shell for me, that'll put me in first place. Although I guess if I have enough of a lead, it doesn't matter. Bowser's like really happy about causing suffering to others. Ugh. Got it. Upgrade ADHD to 84K. That's true. Oh, I hear warbling behind me.
I've been listening to too many Chris Chan documentaries myself. Had a dream that I met 2007 Chris Chan. He tried to hug me, and he smelled like a month's worth of sweat, rotten eggs, and body odor. Then I woke up nearly puking.
I don't think that was a dream. Oh, yeah, fuck you! Fuck you! Yeah! Oh. Front running this in Mario Kart's masochism. Smelled like a month's worth of sweat, rotten eggs, and body odor, and I woke up nearly puking. That was you. You smell like that. Winning without that red shell to flex. Winning without that red shell to flex? Wait, what do you mean? Alex F you his way to victory. Oh, I'm bad at this track. Shit. This is what's it called? Monkey Hangover? I don't remember what it's called. Uh-oh. Oh. I kind of forgot how this track works. Do you want to go up or down? Oh, shit. Oh. I guess we'll... Oh, I have Firefly. Alright. Oh, no. Oh, that's why I don't go up. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I think I want to go down. Oh. Oh, no. Yeah, I think I want to go down. I think that's the easier... Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. Man, I'm having a really rough time, huh? Shit. Okay, so I need to start drifting the... Oh, shit. I need to start drifting before I get to, that jump. Oh. Well, at least I got second. How the track works, that's the neat part. It doesn't. Quarter smasher. Well. Peachette? Wait. Peachette? What does that mean? Peachette? Has a character's name always been Peachette? Oops. Room code isn't pinned. Toadette disguised as Peach. What? The room code isn't pinned? It should be. Red said he pinned it. Remember the Bowsette meme? She was from a 2D Mario. Hold on a second here. Oh, there is a character called Peachette. What the fuck is the point of that? Wait, what? Since when is this character in the... What is Peachette? And there's just Peach. They're the same! It just, the hat is different. What the fuck? Hated pink gold Peach. Oh yeah, and pink gold Peach too. What's up with that? The hell is the point of that? I mean, at least it's a different, like, skin. I mean, I guess technically this is a different skin because it's a different
Peachette
costume.
is
But...
Peach when she ate her.
There's a crown that TS is wearing to looking like Princess Peach. Peachette is canon. Bowsette is a horny internet what if. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, yeah, I've heard of Bowsette. Peachette is like... Imagine wearing another hat and people thinking you're a completely different person. That's like how Superman does it, right? Alright. Guess we'll do another one. Should we turn some items off? Should we change the items? TF into yourself. Yeah. Cothet win. You guys always want a female version of me for some reason. Oatnomette. That's just regular Oatnom. Elephant Peach win. Nomet. Probably Nomet. I don't know, like, rabbit is already a very, like, feminine species. So, Oatnom's pretty much already there. I guess we'll just do another normal race. Jackrabbit? You wish you were a jackrabbit. No, at least jackrabbits have, like, masculine schizo meth addict energy. You're a rabbit. You're a bunny. More 7 minutes here and re-downloading the game. Oh, okay.
Clark Kent is a master of disguise. He alters his body language, posture, and so on to differentiate himself from his Superman persona as much as possible. Even people familiar with both Superman and Clark cannot tell. This is because Clark Kent lives in a world where even Lex Luthor, a man with an incalculable IQ, is retarded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we are talking about, like, superhero world, where apparently... I mean, I think, honestly... There was a whole thing, like, the Marvel, like, Civil War stuff, where they, like, address the fact that it's weird that there are a bunch of vigilantes, like, basically living weapons, just operating outside the law. And they need to do something about it. So I... Oh god. At least I hit someone else too. At least I spread the suffering a little bit. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. But yeah, like, superhero worlds are weird because... Okay, superheroes are weird in general. This is a problem I have with every, like, superhero thing. Basically, every superhero, as, like, a general power, like, if you have any other power, you also have, like, super durability, right? Because it doesn't make sense... It just doesn't make... Like, superheroes get into fights. And you can be like, oh yeah, he's super fast. Right? But, like, one punch... from Super Strong Guy, and he would turn into, like, Pink Mist. But he doesn't. Like, any power you have seems to automatically come with the power that you're, like, super durable to. Right? Whoa, what? Oh, no. Shit. Well, at least I didn't lose to silver. What do you mean? We already have vigilante superheroes on Twitter. Smash your face at Mach 2 into a fly. That you're gonna say super fast guy would splatter his own body when he tried to punch it super. Yeah, well that too. I get revenge for that defeat. Yeah. One Punch Man, but he's about to get knocked out in one punch. Yeah, basically, yeah, like that too. So. Well, a lot of powers just you would have to have durability to even use. Because you can say, oh, he's super strong. But it kind of seems to, like, go without saying that if a character is super strong, that it also means that they're, like, super durable, too. Because it's always the super strong characters, like, when they get hit, they're, like, basically invulnerable or whatever, right? Not invulnerable, but, like, they can also take a beating. Because imagine, like, oh, super strong character, he can lift a train, but then, like, you know, he stubs his, he bumps his knee against something, and he's like, ah, fuck. While he's lifting, I don't know. Like, so yeah, and especially, like, the speedsters. Like... There's just so much wrong with the idea of, like, a speedster. It does... You have to have so many powers to make speedster work. Right? So, on top of being fast, you also have to be, like, super durable so that you can actually... move. And, like, punch things without just splattering yourself. You also have to have, like, windshield powers? I don't know. I feel like moving really fast would be, like, really hard on your eyes. I guess a lot of them wear goggles, and that's why, so that makes sense. I guess it goes with the super durable. Like, if you're durable enough, then bugs splattering in your eyes isn't really a problem. Hello. I remember you, yes. Oh, I didn't hit you with that? Oh. Took my item. Oh, God. Oh, no. I'm getting fucked. Fucked really hard right at the end. Like always. It is Mario Kart. Oh. What else do you have to have as a speedster? Oh yeah, brain. Okay, so part of the problem is, like, there's no way, even if you could move really, really fast, in order to, like, make use of that, you have to be able to have, like, really good reaction time. Right? Which means you have to have, like, super brain powers. Hello. Yeah, you have to have brain powers, reaction time, and like decision making. That I guess if your brain is super fast too, if you have super speed, is that how it goes? Supersonic. So being known as lack of superpowers, Batman still argues superhuman because of the intellect, autistic like detective skills. Without the drawbacks of actual autism. I mean, he's a loner. That's like the main drawback, is like not being able to like get along with anyone. If you, okay, so you can make autism work for you if you are smart about it, right? Because like there are people, I always get so frustrated when people are like, oh, this is our autistic son, and he's really into what's one? He's really into rockets. Yes. Okay, this is an actual like story sort of, because my sister is a psychologist, so she's worked with a lot of autistic kids. Anyway, about some kid who was autistic for his autistic focus was like rockets, and he would want to play games where he could be the rocket, right? So they were like board games and card games. Imagine like Monopoly, right? But if one of the pieces was a rocket, then he would be like, he needs to be the rocket or he'd freak the fuck out. And it's like, I mean, we'd be like, no, we want you to not be the rocket, right? So that you, and then I'm just, they're like, you have to do things other than think about rockets. And I'm just thinking like, I feel like that's such a bad way to approach it. I feel like you should lean into it and just teach them everything there is to know about rockets and have them building rockets in the backyard. You know, like those rocket, like science experiment kits. And just lean into it completely. Make everything about rockets and learning how rockets work. That kid, I guarantee you, would grow up to be the next great rocket scientist. Like, I guarantee it. But they don't. Like, everyone is so obsessed with, like, no, you have to be a normie. You have to think about 1,000 other pointless things. You have to think about your fingernails and fashion. You have to think about how much to lean your shoulders back when you walk. That's important. Stop thinking about building rockets and think about leaning your shoulders back more and wearing the right color clothing on Mondays or whatever the fuck it is. There are a lot of things, if there's anything that has anything to do with like machinery, like lean into that fully. And if it's something that's like kind of hard to like monetize, like, I don't know, superheroes or something, if their autistic focus is superheroes, and then make it about art. Like guide them into everything being about like art and art of superheroes. Wait, I'm in 3rd place? That means first place is way so far ahead that we can't even see them? What the fuck? How far ahead is first place? How does that happen? What the fuck? I swear to God that there's like something about this game that I don't know. Because sometimes we get people in the lobby that are just so good it doesn't make sense. Like, at the beginning of the race, they'll be like lapping people by the end of the race, you know? Oh, shit. Then build again Metal Gear. Well, some things are like... I mean... It depends, I guess, but like dinosaurs... I mean, I guess you could be like some kind of dinosaur scientist, right? Some kind of, what's it called? Paleontologist? Like, sure. That could work too. Oh, I just wasted that because I had a star active. Oh well. But yeah, like just lean into it. Like what's the harm? Like they're autistic. They're not gonna be normal. They're never gonna be normal. So play into their strengths. It's so frustrating to me. They really need to have like accelerated school programs for like autistic kids who are into specific fields. I think that would be very good. Because you know what they do at schools? Instead of, if the autistic kid is having a meltdown because he wants to do more work about you know, dinosaurs or whatever. He wants to learn more about dinosaurs, but they're making him read some fucking pointless book from 1960. Hello, hello. Thrombome. Oh. Hello. Okay, wait, yeah, we can start now. So instead of so the autistic kid's throwing a fit, right? Because instead of being able to learn more about dinosaurs and read the dinosaur book, they're making him read To Kill a Mockingbird or some stupid shit, right? And he doesn't care. And so instead of just being like, yeah, we'll put you in like an accelerated like earth science program or something, they're like, nope, you sit in the scream room. You just have to, they just lock him in a room until he screams himself into a coma, basically. And that's how they treat autistic kids in school. But they really need to have like accelerated programs for autistic kids, especially if they're like obviously high IQ, but they, you know, they're autistic, so it's hard for them to deal with like stupid pointless shit that they don't care about. And let's be honest, most of school is stupid pointless shit that no one cares about. Are there schools just for autistic people? Probably, but not in your area. Is this a real example? I mean, yeah, that's how they treat autistic kids. They put them in they call it a scream room. Or the really fucked up thing is they'll put you in the scream room, or they'll put you in the they'll put you in like the like 70 IQ in like the Down syndrome kids class, which is also really fucked up. Because if you like are clearly have high IQ and then they put you into like, okay, today we're gonna like glue pieces of paper together. It's just fucked up. Everything is just fucked up. School is just fucked up. These tracks are weird. Even I hate how you gotta study stuff you don't care about. I hate that you have to study things that don't matter. It's not just that you don't care about them, it's that they don't matter. Like advanced math doesn't matter. There's basically, I don't know, maybe if you're like a NASA scientist or something, maybe you care. But like there's math, you get into like theoretical math that just doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. You're never going to use it. There's no profession that uses it. English is like that too, or yeah, language classes are like that too. Where you get into like advanced English, that it doesn't matter. Everything you're doing is pointless. It'll be like, it's hard to explain. It'll be like sentence diagrams that don't matter. The only reason, and this is like straight from the teacher's mouth, right? The only reason that you would ever like learn this stuff is if you were to teach English. What's my favorite imaginary number? Yeah. Advanced English for lawyers? No, it's not that. No, it's not that. That's a whole different thing. That's like legalese. That's an entirely different thing. I'm talking about charting out sentences like it's mathematics. And it's totally pointless. It doesn't mean anything. It's the only reason it exists is because I guess maybe if you were like studying languages specifically, but yeah, that's basically, if you were like studying commonalities between languages to do research into like the origins of language or something, then you would use it. But other than that, it's totally pointless. So there's lots of things that are totally pointless. A lot of the books you read are totally pointless because they started putting them in the curriculum in like 60s or 70s or something, right? Like a lot of these books, pretty much every book they make you read in English class is about racism and how racism is bad. But it's like, that's just like common like thought these days, right? It's like in like the 60s or something, it was like it meant something, right? So some writer was like, maybe racism is bad, and wrote it in a book, and everybody was like, whoa, that's an interesting way to think about it. Maybe racism is bad. But like the thoughts in those books are so basic. Like they're so like yeah, obviously. Why did I like To Kill a Mockingbird is like such a pointless book. I'm sure it was like really thought-provoking in like the 60s or whenever, but it's like that book, what that book is about. Oh god. See, I cannot like win races. I can play Mario Kart, just not well while I'm talking. What that book is about is there's a black guy, and he gets accused of raping this woman. So the cops shoot him like 26 times, and that's the book. And it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, like, yeah, that sucks. I don't know what to tell you. Like, maybe we shouldn't do that? Yeah, no shit. Like, the circumstances in the book around it are, like, not... No, I'm not saying that never happens, but it's not like it is in the book, right? It's not like, oh, he's obviously just the greatest person on earth, and just, it was basically just mob justice, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. Oh, God. Thought was blew my mind. Like the cops blew his. Yeah, and it's just like... I don't know. It's just not common. It's not like... I don't know. But a lot of books are like that. And a lot of books are just pointless, too. They're just about things that either they're pointless or I don't understand them.
Chris chat about the moral of To Kill a Mockingbird, and Chris started talking about this small subplot of the neighbor hiding gifts in a tree, likely because he wished people would hide gifts for him inside trees. Kotha sloppy voppy.
Harry Potter is pointless? Yeah, but you're not required to read Harry Potter in school. You don't have to take 20 tests on it. That's the difference. Harry Potter you can just read for fun. And it's fun and not super boring. Like all these books about... They're all about racism. Accio Boo Boo. Yeah, all those books are about racism and how racism is bad. It's like, we get it. I fucking get it. Everyone gets it. It was like, it was already like early 2000s when I was in high school. Feel bad you're white. That's like a more recent thing. People don't read for fun. People read... you know what? I bet more people would read for fun if you read fun books in school. If you learn that reading could be fun, maybe you would read for fun. Or Tom Sawyer. That book, Tom Sawyer, is like that too, where it's like...
If taught me anything, it's to never inherit a bunch of money and try to fit in with rich people.
Never inherit a bunch of money and try to fit in with rich people. You'll end up on Epstein's Island. So, Tom Sawyer, that book is totally pointless too. Like, okay, from what I remember of it, which isn't much, a bunch of pointless things happen that no one cares about, and then the Tom Sawyer... Was it Tom Sawyer or was it the other kid? Has a friend who's black, and they call him the N-word because that's just how they refer to him, and he's like, hey, I don't really like to be called that. And then Tom Sawyer says, oh, really? I didn't know. Okay, I won't call you that. And that's like the point of the book is, oh, maybe you shouldn't call black people the N-word because they don't like it. That is the point of that book, and it's like required reading. Like this is just a thought that no one has ever had. Like this is gonna change anyone reading this. Like whoa, so profound. N-word Jim. The Great Gatsby taught me anything. Oh yeah, The Great Gatsby is a totally pointless book. I don't even remember. I don't remember ever understanding the point of that book. It's from... Okay, this is how that book goes, right? It's about a guy who's rich, and then he has big parties, and then he like dies of a cocaine overdose, right? That's like the entire book. Or no, I think he got assassinated by like the mob because he was like had ties with them. So it was like, don't be rich and get assassinated by the mob is the moral of that story, right? Or was it a woman that kills them? That's how little I remember. That's how little of an impact that The Great Gatsby had on me. Also, Count of Monte Cristo is the same. Count of Monte Cristo is about revenge. It's a guy who gets fucked over by some other guy, and then he like goes on a path of revenge, and I don't remember how it ends. I'm assuming it doesn't end well for him because that's how every revenge story ends. And then it's just like, the moral of the story is, if you become a raving psychopath that kills everyone, things won't end well for you. It's like, oh, really? Really? You don't say. Thanks. I needed to read this and write 7 books reports about it. Yeah. The Scarlet Letter. Also another one. I had to read a lot in high school. I don't know. I went to a private school. I don't know if it was generally harder than public school. I don't know how much other people had to read. But The Scarlet Letter was another book I had to read. That book's pointless. That book's just about... It's another one of those classics that they always make you read. That book is about how this woman had a baby before she was married, and everybody hated her for it because she was a single mother. Once again, super fucking outdated. Like, because it's like, well, it's not her fault she's a single mother. It's like, yeah, okay. Once again, I'm sure that was like really profound in like the 70s or whatever when it was written. It was like, hey, maybe it's not her fault that she's a single mother. We shouldn't like be so mean to her. But like now it's like half of mothers are single mothers, right? It's just normal now and no one cares, so. The baby with the priest. Oh, was that why it was she couldn't tell who the father was? What type of people to single mom? Yeah. Well, like single, it's just so outdated. Like the morality in question is so outdated, you know. No one in like our society isn't like that anymore, where it's just like, oh, you had a baby, but you're not married. Well, we're not gonna hire you because you're obviously a bad person, right? If anything, the government gives you more money. Let's see, what other stupid fucking pointless books? Beowulf. Beowulf I had to read in college and do 70,000 word essays on. Let's see. What was Beowulf about? Nothing? Yeah, Beowulf was about nothing. It was about a guy who kills monsters, but in the most boring way possible because it was written 10,000 years ago. So that was that book. Good. I'm glad I had to read that. That was so useful for me. Yeah, so all those books are totally fucking pointless. I was on a kick once to like read the classics, because I was like, I'm gonna be sophisticated. I'm gonna read all the classic books. And I got like a quarter of the way into Grapes of Wrath and realized that everything is pointless. Grapes of Wrath, from what I remember, is about like a drought. And the farmers are upset because their livelihood is gone because of a drought, and it's like, yeah, that fucking happens. I don't know who this is like preaching to. Like, yeah, it sucks that the world sucks. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This isn't profound. Is Beowulf the naked guy? I think he's naked through part of that book. Being naked. Okay, so like for whatever reason, back in the olden days, fighting monsters naked was like really cool. I think maybe someone just had a fetish, and they like got caught fucking one of the monsters, and they were like, "Whoa, what? Why are you naked?" And he's like, "Oh, well, you see, if you don't have any weapons or armor, that makes you like even more of a man. That makes you even more of like a badass, right? Because I'm not even wearing anything, and it's just me, and well, oh, I got it. And I think that's probably how that came about. I often fight monsters. Yeah, I often wrestle monsters when nude, that's for sure. Nude griffin wrestling. Yeah, I don't really remember what that, but the grapes are wrapped. It goes, ah, my grapes. That's what that book is about. You're in 4th place and you gotta... Of course. Fighting without equipment in mood games. I mean, what we really ought to read... the books that we should read are... in school are the books that they are the ones that get, like, banned, right? Like, they don't want people reading Communist Manifesto because they don't want people to be communists. But really, you should read the Communist Manifesto if you don't like communists, because it pretty much outlines why it makes no sense. At least why Marxism, the intended progression from like socialism to communism, like, doesn't make any sense, and is just like even a high schooler could look at that and be like, oh, this is a bad idea. So that's kind of what they should be reading. Then again, people are unbearably stupid, so if they did read it, they might be like, oh yeah, this is the best idea ever. I need to destroy the world. That was the last novel we read senior year. Read ancient Greek mythology in your quest to be a scholar. No, but it's like common knowledge. I would say Greek mythology is basically common knowledge at this point, because if you watch TV or play video games, then you've heard all these stories before. And that's kind of like a... I don't know. It's like Age of Information thing. Especially about Zeus. I don't know. I guess I can't really say what books they should read. Or maybe they shouldn't read books. Maybe we just shouldn't have school. How about this? YouTube. I guess I just didn't find school very valuable. Oh. Grading system is the best part, yeah. You know what's funny is that I've been using Duolingo. So when I was in school, I was trying to learn Spanish because one of the requirements was to learn a foreign language for high school. And so I was in Spanish class, and I did really bad at it. And I was always like getting really bad grades because I don't know. It just sucked. And so I eventually stopped taking it because one of the reasons was because I was embarrassed that it was that I was doing so badly, and it was dropping my like whole like grade point average, you know. So I stopped taking it because I was getting bad grades. But then I realized I've been doing Duolingo lately, which is an online language class, and learning Russian. And I realized something when learning Russian. Sometimes I get things wrong, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. If you get one wrong, they just give you more assignments that to help you with the specific things you're getting wrong. They don't like tell you you're a bad person for getting it wrong. They just say, "Oh, obviously you need more help in this area, so here's like more practice work to do in this area." You know, what a novel concept that is.
Give more power to the state and then they'll give it up later when we achieve full communism. In the communist utopia I'd be a brain surgeon or architect and also an expert fursuit maker. And my criminal record wouldn't even matter because all of my past crimes were committed under the duress of capitalism.
Silver. What? Useful and very important. Hello, John. So yeah. Facilitate bad habits by learning other languages, make them learn English. Well, I want to learn Russian. Okay, there's a couple of reasons. The first one is obvious, right? Like, I play Tarkov. Everything in that game is Russian. It's actually a lot easier to... You have an advantage knowing... Oh. Okay. I guess that wasn't where the track goes. Whoops. You have an advantage speaking Russian in that game because the scavs talk. The things they say are based on what you're doing, right? So if you know what they're talking about, I guess you could just memorize phrases, but if you know what they're saying, you can know if they see you and if they've lost track of you, if they're aggroed onto somebody, all that kind of stuff, right? Also, you can, like, read things on the walls. It'll be like, oh, I gotta get to the, you know, the block above building. And you don't know where that is because it's all in Russian. But if you know how to read it, then you can know where it is. Watch the road. I can do what? I can learn... Use a mod? No, you can't use mods. There's no modding for that game. It's not a game... It's an online game. You can't mod. I mean, technically, I guess there are online games you can mod, but for the most part, no one's gonna let you mod it an online game. Oh, actually putting effort into learning German. Not getting anywhere. Well, I don't know what to tell you. My whole point was learning Russian is... Learning a language is much better when you're not being told you're a bad person for getting something wrong. When you're not like... It's not only is it... It wasn't even that... Even if I didn't care about getting a low grade and I tried to... like in high school. Even if I... What? No. Oh. Even if I didn't care about getting a low grade... for like the...
Control. I'm using tilt control.
Even if I didn't care about getting a low grade, I would basically... Oh, fuck. Now I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, it was like objectively a bad decision because it was like, well, you getting a low grade in Spanish is going to affect your ability to get into college. So it's like, oh, so I can't go to college? And of course they tell you when you're in school that if you don't go to college, you're just going to be a loser that never amounts to anything, basically. So it's like, and you know, you believe it when you're a kid. So, like, obviously you don't want to, like, fuck yourself. So you have to quit the class. Oh, you're doing poorly? That means it's time to quit. Like, think about what that teaches you. But that's kind of how like, the American mindset works to begin with. Doing not immediately good at something, guess it's not for you, guess that means it's time to quit. That's basically how I believed everything worked. It was like, well, I guess I tried drawing. Well, couldn't immediately draw the best thing ever. Guess I'm not an artist. Guess it's time to quit. And that mindset is so stupid. Pisses me off. School teaches you to think like that. My what is showing?
Seven Sleven Slippy Sloppy 7 Sven 70 Sleven Bajillion Million Capitalism 7's Erection 7 Oncoming 7 Election Integrity Million 7 Higher Edgy Communism.
Oh fuck. God damn it. Oh, that's not the last lap. Alright. My grid squares are showing off. Well, I can't really do much about it right now. So now I got first place. Oh! Oh, okay. That was close. But you can tell people potentially get better at art? No, everyone can get better at art. Art is just math. My art wasn't that bad even long ago. No, it was god-awful. My art is still bad. What are you talking about? Oh, Corbin. Are you leaving, Silver? It's like people's minds are different, so it's how they approach art. Hey, Corbin. No, anyone can learn art. Anyone can be good at art. It's not magic. It's just a skill like anything else. It's actually even... like, literally anyone has potential at art, like... because it's not even like something where you don't even need any, like, mechanical, like, advantage, right? Like, okay, if you were to say basketball, right? Like, you need mechanical advantages to be good at basketball. Like, you need to be taller, right? Playing piano, or like a lot of instruments, you need like long fingers. Like, you really can't be like a world's best. You can't be super good at piano unless you have long fingers. There are lots of skills that you can learn that you need mechanical advantages to be really good at, right? Art is not one of them. Anyone can be good at art. You don't need any sort of mechanical advantage.
Your slop is slipping. Here, let me hold it for you.
Fuck.
I'll grasp it gently in my
Even
slippy
Chris?
sloppity boppity 77 bajillion 700 political discussion and spicy takes sexy cuts morning after hysteria personal growth and health lifting 77 billion weights including 700 rings Peter Vinkman.
Chris is bad at art because he thinks he's good at art. That's it. It's the only reason he's bad is his mindset. If he could stop being so narcissistic, I mean, I guess that's some kind of quasi-mechanical advantage. That's like a psychological advantage. Not being a complete narcissist. Okay, so I take that back. If you're a complete narcissist, you probably can't be good at art. But if you're a complete narcissist, you can't really be good at anything. So that's that. Actually, to word it better, if you're a complete narcissist, you can't get better at anything. There are plenty of people who were normal, and then they got really good at something, and then they became narcissists. But then after they become narcissists, they don't get any better. So yes, I guess that is something you have to have for art. You can't be a complete narcissist, or you can't get better. You have to be able to look at your art objectively and realize that it's shit. And it's always going to be shit. And as long as you maintain that mindset, you can get better. You can't improve if you think your art is good. Oh, fuck. Fucking God, this is so hard. This specific track, I have such a hard time with. Cute Lashes, the best thing you can do is be good at blaming everyone else for all shortcomings you won't admit that you have. Yeah. That's part of narcissism is... That's part of narcissism is, any issue... Thinking that any issue couldn't be something that... A problem that you have. Maybe a good artist, Puppy Chan or something. Yeah, that's a problem for a lot of artists, is that they get pretty good. Everyone starts telling them how good they are, and then it goes to their head, and they think, oh, I'm good at art. And then their art gets worse. Or at the very least, they stop improving. Because they're like, oh, my art is good. If you think that your art is shit, then you're always going to be driven to improve it. And it's better than just saying, if you just say your art is shit, you'll be kind of depressed. But if you can know why your art is shit, that's the skill that you need to have as an artist. That's the most important skill, I would say, is knowing why your art is shit. Because as long as you know why your art is shit, you can improve it. There's also no... There's no... You don't have to be ashamed of it, I think is a big thing that people are like... Why they don't like the... Oh, don't say your art is shit. Why they have that mindset is because they think they need to be ashamed of it. Like, it's okay that your art is shit. Like, that's the default state, right? Like, it takes a lot of dedication to make your art, like, not shit. So it's just kind of the default state. And just because your art is shit doesn't mean that you're shit. Like, art is hard, is the other thing. Like, with this Mario Kart. Mario Kart is hard. This game is really hard. I'm bad at it. I don't think that I'm a bad person. I just think it's really hard. It's hard to be good at. You have to play for a long time. But it's the same thing with art. Like, I don't feel bad about being bad at Mario Kart because it's just like... It's just such a hard game. And it's the same with art. Is that kind of impossible? Even Zosh probably just like start to something. Well, yeah, I know for a fact that Zosh dislikes aspects of his own art. And will point out flaws in it. He'll point out flaws in it, and I'll look at it, and I don't even see those flaws. Like, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. But the fact that he can point out flaws in his own art means that he'll keep improving. And he's probably always been like that, which is why he's like one of the top furry artists. Knowing how your art is shit is part of the... Yeah, knowing why your art is shit is important. I'm not saying Zosh dislikes his art. I'm saying that he is capable of pointing out flaws in his own art. I don't think he dislikes his own art. But he can look at his art and see flaws in it. Is that hard? Is what, this game is hard? Yes, this game is very hard. This game is hard, and it's also very chaotic. There's a lot of random factors, which... I don't know how to, like, explain that. It means that it's unpredictable. Unpredictable things are happening. Like, there's a lot of... Like, you can do speed runs of this game, right? Or like time trials, I guess they would be called, where you... Oh, I wanted to... You can do time trials of this game where you just race no one, and that eliminates like all the chaos from it, and people can get really good. But you can't really like use that, because when you have other people playing and throwing items at you and crashing into you and all this shit happening, it's too chaotic, right? So like, you can't like prepare for things. You have to like be in the moment, like dealing with it, right? And so that makes it very hard. It's like there are speedrunners who will play a game that... I mean, there are a lot of speedrunning games that have a lot of RNG, but let's just pretend like they're speedrunning a game that doesn't have any RNG aspects to it. They're essentially memorizing button inputs, right? They're memorizing timings for button inputs. That's why people can get like world records on speedruns blindfolded. Because it's like, they're not even thinking... Like, they're not looking at the game, basically. They know the timings for the button inputs and cues based on sound. So it's like... that's I'm not saying that's easy. That's hard in its own way. But like Mario Kart just has so much random shit going on. You always have to be thinking there's always some new issue to deal with. And that's what makes it like really hard. Like you can't just memorize it. Always hit a plateau in Mario Kart. Seems like the only way to get past is amount of practice that I'm unwilling and unable to put in. Yeah, I'm basically unwilling to put in the practice I need to get better at Mario Kart, which is part of the problem. Is I would have to play other racing games that make you aware of optimal, like, I guess they're called lines, but it's like how to hug the track in such a way that you're like cutting off a little bit of time, because you're like taking the shortest route between 2 points is a line, right? So you're trying to make your route through the track as close to a line as possible, which means like cutting some corners tightly, but also not cutting other corners tightly depending on like how they're positioned. And it's just something that you would like have to memorize for each track. And then it's just like a bunch of work that I don't want to do. But I'm sure if I did that, I would be much better at this game. There's also just a bunch of shit that I'm sure if I looked at a wiki, it would be like, or watch 20 facts about the banana that you didn't know. And it'd be like, okay, so if I release it at exactly this timing when someone is exactly this far away, it'll give me a mini boost or some stupid shit like that, right? There's a bunch of that kind of stuff too with this game. So... And if you have all that information... Oh, I am so fucked here. Oh, got it. So if you memorize all that information too, like, and also learning all the shortcuts, there's just so much. There's so much knowledge required. Yeah, hidden stats. Not only is it that racer stats are hidden, there's also just hidden stats. How fast your character gets a boost from drifting is a hidden stat. Fuck me. You guys have no idea how much I'm like turning the controller in my hand, trying to like leaning into the turns, trying to get the turns to fucking turn better. That's what happens to me in fighting games. Yeah, fighting games are the same way. It's just like a lot of knowledge and it's very annoying. Fighting games are like 50% thinking on your feet and like 50% memorizing button inputs. It's very annoying.
Optimal play for any reaction-based game always involves meta-knowledge in addition to some ridiculous frame-perfect techniques or a painful, arthritis-inducing claw grip.
Yeah. It's only 3:30? Jesus Christ. My eyes are already burning. I'm so ready for the weekend. Why even focus on optimal play? Because we're talking about being good at things. You play to win or you play to meme? Yeah. I want to start making videos. I do want to make videos about art, but I don't know. I really need to wait till I'm like a lot better. But if I keep saying that, I'll like never be ready, you know. But there are a lot of things like YouTube videos and like common thoughts that people have that I think are just wrong. Like, not only do I think they're wrong, but I think they're counterproductive. I'm just gonna like piss people off though, like my videos always do, because they're gonna be like very counter. The only reason for me to make a video is to take a common thought and like tell people why maybe they're wrong about it. Like that's why my videos will only ever upset people. Because there's just no reason for me to make a video that's just saying the same shit that there are already a thousand other videos saying. Right? So it's like, I can't make a video that doesn't upset people. But I don't know. I'm just like not that good, so I don't know if people should listen to me really about art. But like, cause people are gonna freak out when I tell them like, just remember that your art is shit. But like, it works for me. Like, especially since, oh god, it's like so helpful to like just be okay with being shit at art, right? Like, as long as you are, and when I say being okay, I mean like not feeling ashamed of it. Obviously, I'm not okay with it, as in, I'm just like, oh, well, I'm just gonna let my art be shit, because I'm just okay with it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, I don't feel ashamed that my art is bad. Because, well, mostly because I know I'll get better. And also because I know that, like, it just doesn't matter. Like, who cares, really? But anyway, that's, like, kind of the mindset. Like, people have this weird mindset. One of the biggest issues I have is with so many people have told me, well, maybe if you're not having fun with art, then you shouldn't be drawing. And it's like, that attitude it's such shit. It's like, oh, it has to be happy-go-lucky all the time, and if it's not, well then, I guess you're not cut out to be an artist. Like, that is such a shit attitude. You could apply that to anything, and it would like be shitty. Like, that would be a terrible advice to give anyone for anything. But for some reason, with art, it's like acceptable to tell people that. Fun in life in the current economy. Overcoming your ego, accepting your faults without hating yourselves. Well, you don't have to hate yourself. I mean, part of it just comes from, like... Oh, man, that's like a whole mindset, too, though. Like, you don't have to hate yourself. You don't have to hate anyone. But, like, if you understand that you don't have to hate anyone, then it's, like, easy to not hate yourself. But if you think that people should be hated for certain reasons, then you're always going to find those flaws in yourself and hate yourself. Right? Because, like, the things that you dislike about other people are probably issues that you dislike about yourself to begin with. It's just how people think, I guess. So, I mean, I think I said it, like, yesterday. I was just talking about how I think I'm kind of, like, beyond hating things. There are certainly people that I don't want to be around, so you could say I dislike them. But it's not even that I dislike them. I don't care. I don't care what they do or what they think or what they say. But I, like, don't want to be around them because they're kind of annoying to be around. Like, things still annoy me, but I don't hate anyone. That's why it's, like, hard to explain to people with the whole, like, furry thing, right? Like, oh, do you hate furries? And it's like, I never really hated furries. I mean, there were points, but that was a long time ago. But like, it's not so much that I hate furries. It's that like, if I'm around a bunch of furries, like I get annoyed by furry stuff, by common furry ideology annoys me. So I don't want to be around a bunch of furries all the time. I mean, that's why what's nice is that my whole like Discord community and like people who watch me stream are usually people who feel the same way. I feel like if you kind of don't like furries, then you're the kind of furry that I get along with. Like, if you're a furry that kind of doesn't like other furries, then I'll probably get along with you. But if you're like in love with the furry fandom, like, it's gonna be hard for me to not be annoyed. You should make the video because my train of thought usually aligns with yours. I'm also interested in drawing. The people you upset with it will just be more passive income. I guess so. If you're having fun with your...
Coffee poops are something else.
Coffee poops or something else, yeah. Are those people real and not 15? Well, a lot of, like, newer... I mean, the average age of furries is, like, 19. I don't know if it is still, but that's what it was when I looked into it. Right? There's something was called, like, the Anthropomorphic Project. I don't know if it's still going on, but they were basically, like, cataloging furries. And it was like the Human Anthropomorphic Project or some shit like that. They're basically cataloging everything to do with furries, like con attendance and average ages and average incomes and all of this shit. Lack of a good father figure is a you know, unsurprisingly, is a like pretty good. It was like 60% of furries like lack like a strong father figure. Anyway, what were we talking about? It's like 23, yeah. They're all, yeah. Can it be a mother figure either? Well, okay, so, you know, mothers and fathers offer different things. That's like, as far as I understand it, right? So if you like don't have a mom, you tend to have a different set of like neuroses. I think neuroses is the correct word. You tend to have a different set of neuroses than if you don't have a dad. Like, generally it's good to have both. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, furries. So yeah, the average age of furries was 19. That was in like early 2000s, like, I don't know. I must have been right into college, so I'm gonna say like 2008 or 2009, because I graduated high school in 2007, so around 2010 is when I was looking at all this data. One of my college projects, I did it on, it was a, so I was going for psychology. So it was a psychology class about sexual divergence or something like that. And I did my project on furries. So I looked into a bunch of information about them. And that like Human Anthropomorphic Project site was really helpful with that. Unique needs that mother's cover diminishes by age 12. Oh, I haven't read anything about that. But like I said, I really haven't paid attention to that stuff in like, fuck, like 10, 15 years at this point, because I just don't really care anymore. Did you have your Durgsona speak on screen? When? What? Who? Oh, in college? No. Did the presentation include a Dean Pix? Probably not. I don't think Angels of Scaly Wings was even out at that point. Dean Pix. No. It wasn't, it was just more going over, like, it was more focused on, like, what causes people to be part of these, like sex-focused subcultures, I guess. Oh, darn. I thought I could get there right when it ended. Should I risk it? Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, it paid off. Oh, almost fell off the edge. What was I talking about, though? I might... Yeah, well, a lot of... I don't know. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like, it kind of... irritating me. People are like, oh, you have to be happy. It has to be happy all the time when you're drawing, but it's like... No, like, especially if you want to be, like, a professional artist, like, there's no other job in the world where people are like, well, if you're not happy all the time at work, then maybe that's not the right job for you. You know, like that's stupid. Nobody says that or thinks that. So why do they try to apply it to art? It's so flawed. It's like, and the other thing is, like, you just don't have motivation to draw all the time, but if you want to be really good, you have to draw all the time, right? Like, it's so basic. It's so, like, obvious and basic that it shouldn't even have to be spelled out, you know? Like, you think that professional athletes throughout their entire career, like, wanted to go to practice every single day? You think they wanted to play in every single game they played in? They were just having a good old time the whole time? Like, no, they probably hate that shit half the time. Or they don't even hate it. They just accept it as a... What the fuck happened there? I guess I wasn't hitting with enough speed. They just accept it as, like, that's their job, you know? Sometimes you go to work when you don't want to. Well, art's the same way. Except your art career starts when you start learning to draw, before you start getting paid. So you go to work and you draw, that's your job. That's school. Learning to draw and just, like, drawing for yourself, not making any money, that's just school. And going to school sucks. A lot. So that's the mindset you need to have approaching art if you want to get really good. Should we do another race? Should we turn on custom items? I don't even know. Is that you in there? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess we could do another one since you just joined. People can join. We'll wait a minute to let other people join if they want to. So yeah, so that's the thing with art is, like, if it's just a thing to do for fun, like, I guess whatever, right? But if you, like, really want to be an artist, then yeah, it's not going to be fun all the time. And in fact, I would say it's not fun most of the time. It's fun to create things. It's not fun to practice creating things, and most of what you'll do is practice creating things. Right? I really wish I had that super power of autistic obsession for something useful, so I didn't need to rely on willpower. Yeah, you have to have some amount of discipline with it. I think. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people quit. So I think this mindset of, oh, you have to be having fun with art all the time is really bad, because people have it in their heads that, and then the moment that it becomes not fun, which it will quickly become not fun, right? Then they're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not having fun with art anymore, so I guess I'll just quit. There's like, no, that's like the realization, right? You become, it's like, do you want to do doodles for fun? Then just like, okay, whatever. But like, do you want to like work as an artist, right? Like, those are two different things. And most people that I know want to work as an artist. They want to do commissions for money. That is their goal. Or at least it's a goal. Which means it's not always going to be fun, because you're basically, you're training for a job. Oh, I'm in first place. Bad part for me is being slow because I'm not good yet. Wait, what? Being slow? Wait, what are you talking about? Art? Well, the good thing about I like is a good trade and investment of time spending. Oh, it's like, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like being in the furry community especially, like being an artist is a good way to feel like you have value in the community, I guess. So that is certainly, I mean, I don't think that's a bad, that's also a thing that people are like, people have told me, oh, your reasons for doing art are bad. And it's just like, I don't think there are bad reasons. Excuse me, game? I was like halfway to the... It's okay, I'm in 12th place, it just doesn't matter. I should be paying attention to this more. Fear of homeless, having to be a Twitch streamer forever is a good measure for practicing. I wouldn't... Okay, so I wouldn't mind being a Twitch streamer forever, to be honest. Like, I just need to... I need to have a team of people who tell me what to do to improve at being a streamer. Because I don't know. Like, I don't know what... I'm very bad at the social media thing, right? Like, I have ideas for things, and then people tell me, no, that is a god-awful idea. Never do that, right? And I'm like, oh, I thought it was a good idea. I am very bad at the social media thing, because what I like to do is I guess you could call them stunts, right? Like publicity stunts, essentially, because it's very like, I like to do things that, like, if the whole point, if you're like trying to broadcast your brand or whatever, like the whole point is to like get people talking about it. So like anything you can do that'll make people pay attention to it is like what you should do, right? Like that in my head, that's just like, okay, remember when Baldur's Gate 3, before it released, the like new trailer or whatever for it was the guy having sex with the bear, right? Like, you can have sex with a bear in this game. And it was the whole point of that was like to shock people. And they were, I would say, maybe they know their target audience is like degenerates, so it doesn't matter. But I would say there was like a 50-50 chance that could have, it was taken very positively, but I don't know if they actually expected it to be taken positively. Because there's like an equal chance that people could have just been like, this is the most immoral, evil game ever. Like, you're promoting bestiality, you're canceled, Baldur's Gate 3. Like, you're evil and bad, right? And there could have been a whole lot of that. I don't know why there wasn't, but I thought that would have been the response. But either way, people liking it or people not liking it doesn't matter, because the whole point was to get people talking about it. And that's basically how I see, like, social media stuff, right? Because I could make all kinds of videos that make people, like, talk about my videos, right? And in my mind, it doesn't matter if it's in a positive or negative sense, as long as they're talking about it. However, the problem with that is it stresses me out when I have 1,000 people a day contacting me, telling me that I'm like the worst person ever, and then I get like excluded from events, and my friends tell me that they don't want to be associated with me anymore because I made a cringy video and all that kind of shit, right? So that stresses me out, and that's why I can't do it. So I basically can't make videos, is what I'm saying, because I can't be good at making videos, because I know how to be successful, and being successful would like lead me to be like also insane and sad and depressed. I don't know if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, there was a point to that. I don't remember what it was. Being controversial is the entertainer's folly. It's just inevitable. Yeah. Well, yeah. When enough people... No, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to press anything, because for some reason this always pops up, and then no matter what I press, I leave the lobby. Because if I press B to get out of this, then it says, oh, okay, you double tapped B, you'll get out of the lobby. But if I press A... Fuck, I don't know. I'll just let the next race start. Hogwarts Legacy was the best-selling game of 2023. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, oh, that's why. For me to improve as a streamer, for me to do, like, Germa-esque weird shit, like have a dollhouse where people do text-to-speech to what my actions should be, or some crazy shit like that, whatever it is he did, I would need a team of people, like, telling me what to do and how to set it up, and like I need a manager. I've said for a long time, I need a manager. I understand the need for a manager. You have to have someone who's like kind of outside of your perspective to like understand what you need to do. So yeah, I need a manager. But like not a random furry, you know, like someone who actually knows what they're doing. Because I don't think a random furry is going to have a better idea. Because I know, I am not looking at chat right now, but I know about 5 people probably said, oh, I could help you with that, but you can't. Yeah, someone who actually understands, like, internet culture and pays attention to, like, I guess to internet culture in general, and to, like, memes and like.
You need to be way more of a psycho to gain an audience like Jervis. Not for sloppy boppy.
I also don't want it to be. I can't have it be a complete character, because some people, what they do is they just have a character that they play, right? Like, I don't know. For a while, Boogie was, oh, I'm Fat Dave or whatever the fuck his name was. What was Steven? I don't know. Whatever the character he played was. You know, people have characters that I don't want to play a character. I want it to be more like I can be me. But see, the thing is, part of being me is just being weird and like gaslighting people. So it kind of works anyway. Right? I feel like I can be me and be fine and be a streamer and be a total psycho. I just need someone to help me like direct that energy. Because the thing is, what if I spend, you know, $5,000 setting up a giant dollhouse and like cameras, and then you know 12 people show up to that stream and no one cares and it's super cringe, right? Because like that's what would happen. Francis, that was his name. I'm a dragon, but it's not a. That's just a picture of a dragon. I'm not playing a character. My celarine is too late. I see. It sounds like I want a boyfriend. Yeah, you wish. Of course, she's the controversial YouTube character that likes paws. Right. That's the character that I play, you're right. I play a controversial YouTuber that talks about dragon paws. That's just a character I play. That's not me at all. That's not me in real life, drawing dragon paws. Can I just kill? No. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know how I'm making some of these turns. You know what I dislike about the spinning shells? Is that they're not as good. 3 shells spinning around you isn't as good as just having 1 shell that you just, like, lock behind you. You know? It's like, what's the point? Oh, fuck. God.
Hey guys, the character I play on Twitch sure loves fucking griffins. It's a good thing I'm not like that at all.
Yeah, it's a good thing. A respectable Christian citizen, yeah. So yeah, I'd have to, I don't know what to do. Cause like, what could I really do? What could I do to make my streams better? That, that would actually, because ultimately the point is to like try to get more viewers and try to make more money. Like, what could I do to make my streams better that would actually lead to that, you know? And I don't even know if there is much I can do. Yeah, it's not a matter of adding more redeems. You guys always go to the redeems. It's not a matter of adding more point redeems. Adding more point redeems is like adding more lanes on the highway. It doesn't solve any problems. Titty stream? Be a girl? Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would be the biggest thing. Play with viewers? I'm playing with viewers right now! I do play with viewer Mario Kart usually once a week. And there aren't... The problem is there just aren't many games to play with viewers. Because... Well, first of all, most of them I just can't. I can't do Gartic Phone or, like, any of the drawing games. Because people will just draw swastikas every time. Play games of the moment like Lethal Company. Lethal Company is the most overrated game that's come out in recent history. That game is so bad. That game is nothing. It's the most overrated game since Phasmophobia, and it's funny because it's overrated like it has basically the same problems. God, have you played Fortnite? What games could I play with viewers that aren't like the worst dogshit games to ever exist? That's the problem. And when there is a good game, no one's gonna play it. Because all those dogshit games are always like free or $5 on Steam. Right? That's why they get popular. Because they're cheap garbage games made by one person, you know, in a weekend. And then they're $1 on Steam. And that's why they get popular, because everyone has access to them. Any, like, good game, like if we wanted to play, I don't know, what's something? If we wanted to play, like, World of Warcraft, and be like, I could literally play with 40 people at a time in World of Warcraft. Well, 39, right? You could have 39 all streamer raids. But that would require everyone to buy World of Warcraft, which they're not going to do. 2 people will do that. And that's just kind of how it goes. Any game that I want to play is going to be like a game with some like quality to it. And it's going to, and people don't want to spend money on a game that has some quality. Oh, fuck me. I could have done a lot better there if I would have just used my mushroom on the corner. TF2? Oh, fuck, I don't know. Minecraft, you talk about server admin power struggles in Minecraft again? What, boo-boo, what? Oh my gosh. Tabletop game on stream and have a bunch of hot chicks as players? Okay. Have to play the newest or hottest games while it's hot. It's always the, like, garbage games that are popular, though. They're popular specifically because they're cheap, and they're cheap because they're garbage. Like Fall Guys, or Among Us, or anything like that. Hire professionals to... Hey, shut up. She's headbutting the chair again. My kitty headbutt chair. Smash face into chair. Charlie wants me to give her food even though I gave her food a few hours ago. And I know she hasn't eaten it all. It's just the very center of the dish has a divot in it. And she can't handle that. Griffin Real Doll. Is Griffin Real Doll your solution for me having more people watch the stream? I feel as though this would work, but also be problematic for other reasons. Oh. What? Oh. Oh. No. Oh, I guess I went. You put me on the finish line. Make videos about current event and either get a hot chick to bounce in the background or get some controversial people on. Eat more tacos so you have moobs. Wait, what? Oh. So you have moobs, shave, and they're... And titty stream. Great, thanks. Bowser ain't that dry now. It's true. YouTube and furries love it if you shit on Republican/Trump, make a bunch of grifter bad takes and post them. You'll get tons of views. That's not a... I don't want to do that. I want to be myself. I don't want to be a grifter.
From what I've seen on Twitch, you get big from playing current slot, being top 10% in popular PvP titles, or you get a huge audience from art/YouTube that follows you to your streaming channel.
Yeah. More art streams, that is a possibility. It's just, since they...
Hypnosis, ASMR football audio experience.
Great. I've done art streams before. And I've never, they've never been that successful. My most successful one was on Porn Day, obviously. And it got 1,600 unique viewers, which is about 10 times as many as I normally get. So that's cool. But then they said you can't draw titties on stream anymore. So I literally can't do the thing that got me the most views. Porn Day, never forget. Yeah. Is going underground faster? I have my item. Twitch is where most people are. Does it have to be on Twitch? Yeah, Twitch is... Yeah, no, I've tried, Plinketto or whatever the fuck, the other site is called. And I got like 6 people watching, so... No, Picardo, that's what it's called. Picardo isn't an option. If I stream on anything other than YouTube or Twitch, 4 people will show up. Because people have to make accounts on these other sites, and they just can't be bothered. It was actually hard. It's been a struggle just to get people from YouTube to come to Twitch. Get more views than 2 furries I know that have been streaming Fortnite for over a year now. Well, no one wants to watch Fortnite. Fortnite is popular slop. I don't know. I think it falls in the popular slop category. Fortnite was probably worth streaming a couple years ago when it first came out, and it was the thing everyone was talking about. Now it's like, now it's just like nothing. I mean, it's still popular, but it's popular because the 5 people at the top of the list are, you know, 95% of the...
There's an audience for everything, but it might not be the audience you'd want to have.
With games like that, those popular games, if there's 100,000 people watching, 95,000 of those are split among the top like 5 people. And then the rest split among like 1,000 other people. You know what I mean? So it's like there's not enough room. There's like no reason to do that. Like I don't think it's possible to like get noticed while streaming like one of those giant like popular slop games. It's typically like, let me think. What do I get the highest views for? I don't even know anymore. I haven't paid attention in a long time. Oh, I guess. Yeah, I just haven't paid attention in a long time to what I even get views. I know that Talos Principle was getting really low views. I was getting like 18 people a stream, and I usually get like 25, so...
The only other way I can think to grow your audience is to become the type of cringe furry that I know you don't want to be.
Cringe furry? Well, I don't think that's the only way. Oh. This will get lost a lot easier due to the amount of people, yeah. Planning to stream arcade. I don't know. There are some games that... To attract viewers to furry, you need to be cringe and horny. Yeah, well, being horny is definitely... Okay, so I agree with the being horny part. Like, to get viewers as a furry, you need to be horny. But I don't think you need to be cringe. I just think that most furries are cringe. So you see a lot of cringe furries at the top. I don't think you need to be cringe, though. I think that's just like a product of being a furry. If only we had Mr. Beast's secret formula for algorithmic manipulation. Throw $1 billion at every video? Isn't that his formula? Indian children. Well, so Mr. Beast usually has very ridiculous titles, right? Like, I filled up the ocean with Orbeez or some shit like that. I filled up a Great Lake with Orbeez, and it's like, what the fuck, what? But for most people, that would be like total clickbait, and you know it because nobody has that many Orbeez. But because it's Mr. Beast and he's like a billionaire or whatever, he probably did fill up one of the Great Lakes with Orbeez. So you click on that video to see how, you know, the environment has been destroyed. Because you're morbidly curious. So really, like, yeah, throwing $1 billion every video. Knowing that he's basically capable of anything means that you know that his titles, he doesn't have to rely on like fake clickbait, right? Like if he has a ridiculous title, like I bought every airplane in the world, and then that would be something that he probably actually did, and it wouldn't just be clickbait. You know what I mean? So it really, it kind of does revolve around him spending $1 billion on every video. Rebuilt the World Trade Center. Wow, I'm having a really hard time with this. Crashed 1,000 drones into a swimming pool filled with coke, part 4. Yeah. Thinking of stupid trends is hard. Well, I'm not gonna do that. I already told you I don't want to make videos, because if I make videos, there's gonna be a bunch of controversy, and then guess who comes into the stream? Every pissed off idiot comes into the stream and says, "I can't believe you." Every single, and it's just a constant stream of that. If I made videos again and I still streamed, every stream would just be people. Wow, I made myself lightheaded. Every stream would just be people coming in here and ranting about stupid shit. So you don't want me to make videos. And I don't think that making videos that aren't super controversial would, like, have any traction anyway. Like, I don't know. I think they'd get, like, 1,000 views. It's just not worth it. I could spend, you know, 30 hours streaming all week. Or I could spend 30 hours making a video that gets 1,000 views. That's kind of how it translates. It's not worth the time to make videos. I'd only make them if I wanted to and didn't care about the views, and I don't want to. TikToks. I mean, the best thing I can do, because it's not a ton of work, it's just cost me a few hours of my weekend, is making the YouTube shorts out of Twitch clips. I don't know how many people. I think I've had an increase in stream viewership since then. I don't really know how to like check that. Actually, let me ask. How many people? Well, right now it's like regular. See, that's the thing. Is like everyone here are like people who come to the streams regularly anyway. So I wonder how many people came to the stream specifically because they saw a YouTube short. And I would guess that the answer is like very, very small. TikTok gets you almost no money. I don't care about the money from TikTok. I care about, if I was to put videos on TikTok, the point would be to direct people to Twitch. But I don't think I want to put videos on TikTok. That's why I haven't yet. I don't think I want TikTok enjoyers in the stream. Because, and not that I don't enjoy TikTok sometimes, it's just that if the same people that leave comments on TikToks come into my stream and leave those same TikToks, I might go and leave those same comments, I might go insane.
Also, this is for scamming my previous TTS.
Scamming a TTS. Well, don't try to do a big, long, annoying TTS and when I'm trying to give a speech. Yeah, so I don't think I want to post on TikTok. Alright, this is you. Yes. You guys are way smarter than the average, like, TikTok comment section. And I'm happy with that. Spoken before, I'm not smart. Well, no, that's more of an insult to TikTok, average TikTok audience. I'm pretty sure I don't know, something's wrong with them. Oh, motherfucker. Things are smarter than screeching Zoomers. Yeah. The level is dented dented 12-year-olds from Pakistan. Yeah. Oh, boo, boo. Boo, boo. I watch your streams because I like how people beyond the image, because I like to know people beyond the image people have of them.
Remember that thou art a wretched sinner, utterly
God.
unworthy of God's love. A fountain of pollution is deep within thy nature, and thou livest as a winter tree, unprofitable, fit only to be hewn down and burnt. Steep thy life in prayer, and hope that God sees fit to show mercy on thy corrupted soul.
Dented. I can't wait till dented is considered a slur and I have to stop saying it. I was the one... Genesius Wolf stream win. Stream with Genesius Wolf. I don't... I think he still makes videos but with a different channel. Like as not a furry. It's kind of hard to be like furry and be Christian. Ooh. Oh. I forgot about... Oh, come on, motherfucker. Like, there's no room for, like... like, moral... I don't even know what to call it, like... What would you call it? Like, moral conservatism? What would you call it? Like, furry is, like, all about, like, embracing strange things and, like, just being okay with, like, whatever degenerate thing. Right? So religions that value, like... Yeah, like, what's the opposite of hedonist? Whatever that is. Like, it's gonna be hard to be a furry. If you're one of those. Chaste. Well, not just sexually, though. It's not just about sex. It's about, like, alternate lifestyles, I guess. Whatever the fuck that means. Well, it's like it's like depriving yourself. There are religions. Christianity isn't just about depriving yourself of sex. It's like, it's about depriving yourself of every, like, pleasure that makes you human, right? Basically, anything you want to do, you shouldn't do, is the general philosophy of Christianity. Anything that, like, feels good or that you like, you're not supposed to be, quote, of the world, which is basically, like, hedonism. No, it's Christianity, too. It's not just Islam. It's Christianity, too. They're based on the same thing. Okay, I'll be right back. My cat is screaming. pills reduce side effects from other pills. No. Oh, Casper. I don't know what you mean by normal Christian. I don't know what you mean by normal Christian. Also, you live in a different country than me, so you have no idea what people are like here. I was curious because I heard a lot of Americans are talking about taking pills. All Americans take pills. Pretty much everyone is on some kind of pill. But no, the Christianity, one of the basic tenets of Christianity is depriving yourself of worldly pleasures. And basically not having any ill will towards anyone, even though it doesn't make sense. I mean, Jesus talks about it's considered a sin even to think about hurting someone. Right? Even to think about doing something that they call evil or immoral, or which pretty much just means anything like sexual or anything that you actually would want to do. Even thinking about it is considered a sin. So yes, Christianity is completely about depriving yourself of every worldly pleasure and basically not doing anything. It's a very like I don't know what the word to describe it is. That's what the word I was looking for. I don't know how to describe that. I guess like Buddhists are kind of the same way. Well, the specific brand of Buddhist that is all about like not having any worldly desires. I don't really know much about Buddhism, but that's like a thing I hear them repeat, so. But yeah, Christianity is all about that too. But it's not the reason why. My theory on the reason why is just because it was made in a time where the common person was poor and had basically nothing. So it was like the whole idea is if you're super poor and you have nothing, which was just the normal like state of being for people at one point, you should feel good about that. You're better than those rich people who have access to clean water. You're better than them because you're drinking at pond scum, and that makes you more holy. It's not an extreme version of Christianity. That's basic that is what the New Testament says. That is what the Bible says. It's what Jesus talks about. It's not extreme. It's not that it's extreme, it's that most people don't actually pay attention, don't actually follow the tenets of Christianity. They don't actually do what the Bible says. They say they're Christian because they think it's genetic. Their parents were Christian, and they went to church when they were 8. So they're like, oh yeah, I'm Christian, but they don't know anything about it. At least I beat Wario. I'm Christian, it's genetic. Be a Jedi, but without lightsabers. Sort of, except Jedi don't have to, like, worship anything, whereas Christians are called to worship. Worship is very weird. Well, I'll get into that later. Christians are called to worship, and they're also called to spread the message. aggressively. Gays aren't even allowed to love and date. Yeah. Worship is very weird. I think the call to worship is like one of those things that I can't quite wrap my head around why someone can believe in a god who demands that you worship them. It's just like, it's basically like the most narcissistic thing you can ask of someone, right? So it's very weird for people to like say that God is like the perfection of everything that's good, when one of the biggest qualities of God is being a complete narcissist. And that's with more than one thing too, because there's also, you know, like, isn't the first commandment, the one that is listed first that people said are the most important thing, is you will have no other gods before me. Basically, I'm the most important thing in your life. Also, you must worship me because I'm the most important thing in your life. I don't see, there's like something wrong with people who can say, oh, those things are true. Oh, also, God is just so good. And I don't, what's that called when, like, something, dissonance? Some kind of dissonance. Regret not worshipping when the dimensional murder happens? Yeah. I think it's the call to worship that makes me, like, not want to be a Christian the most. Even if you could, like, prove that God was real, I don't think I would be. I don't think I would worship God just because it demands to be worshipped, and that doesn't sit right with me. Well. So yeah, that's the hardest part to deal with, I think. If you think of it from other perspective, having the power to create not only life, but existence itself, and not only expecting someone to acknowledge it, well, we're not talking about acknowledging it. If it was demonstrable that a being, like, of some intelligent being created the universe, I would say, oh, okay, that's cool. I acknowledge that you created the universe. I'm not going to worship you, though. Why would I worship them? Why would I dedicate my life to them? That doesn't make sense. Like, I mean, that's basically like saying that you should dedicate your entire existence to your parents. Your parents made you. Alright, do you worship your parents? I mean, when you're like a toddler, maybe. But no, you don't dedicate your life to your parents. I don't know, maybe stupid people do. In fact, it makes more sense from like a biblical perspective, it makes more sense to worship your parents and dedicate your entire life and being to them than it does to God, because at the very least, like, you know that your parents like made you, right? I mean, I guess not everyone has like footage captured of their birth, but with relative certainty, you know how like a baby is made. So I don't know. Seems weird to me. Talking about from the perspective of fiction? What do you mean? From the perspective of fiction? What do you mean? I don't understand what that has to do with what I'm saying. I would like to... I'm sure it's studied heavily, but I would like to like, look into why people, like, think they need a god, I guess. I think it comes from, like, lack of control of their lives or something. I don't know. If I was actually talking to a person who has omnipotent power, how I'd worship them. Would you, though? That's like not good. Because I mean, like, I don't know if you would. I don't think that you would. Because there are rulers and countries that are very, like, tyrannical, that spy on you and will have you killed if you say anything bad about them, and basically rule over your life like they are a god. They're always listening, and they can do anything to you. They're basically omnipresent and omnipotent. But you don't worship them. You wouldn't worship them. You would hate them for being so tyrannical about it. Which is kind of how I feel about God. Those are just humans? Yeah, but God is just nothing. God is just a made-up story that people say. That's less than a human. Like, it's... Oh, I see. It makes way more sense to, like, be afraid of the government than it does to be afraid of God. The government's real. Like demonstrably real, is what I mean. Right? Like... demonstrably real is what I mean. I know that people believe that God is real, but it's not demonstrable. They don't know that God is real. They believe that God is real. People know that the government is real. Like, do you see the difference? Oh. Wow, I'm like fucking... I'm like sucking and fucking... Oh. Talking about talking to an actual god. I think the premise is flawed, because how do you know that it's an actual god? And what is the definition of actual god? I mean, I guess if we're going by what you said about omnipresent, omnipotent, if those things could be like proven demonstrably, I don't know. That's like it's just hard to even imagine that, because it's like that's like a different world with like a different set of, oh fuck me, a different. This map sucks. Why are there so many walls that you can just get stuck on? A lot of this nerdy thinks the government is real. That's like, that would require almost like a different set of like physical laws to be in place, you know? Because like any, yeah, an actual god, not just Captain Picard showing off his 23rd century space techno magic. Exactly. Like if an alien came down, if a being came down and was like, I'm God, and he just like made a fucking, I don't know, gave you a brand new iPhone 17 or whatever, that he just materialized in thin air and said, I'm God, I can make iPhones, look. Like, would you believe it? Like, no. Like, you would believe he was like an alien with some kind of technology, right? Like, it's just like impossible to believe in a god. That's how I feel. Like, there's like no way to convince me. Even if I was convinced, I would also have it in the back of my mind, even if he did some kind of miracle, some kind of thing that's like, okay, there's no way that wasn't real. In the back of my mind, I would be like, oh, maybe I'm in like, my brain is plugged into a simulation, or like being fucked with something to make me think I saw something, right?
Codeworks, after what we did last night, am I pregnant? Am I pregnant? Am I pregnant? Is there a possibility that I'm pregnant? What is the best time for sex to be pregnant? You can pregnant. I ain't a period since you got me pregat. I have starch masks, you can tell I was pregnant before.
Great. I think a good, oh fuck, there's no one in front of me because I'm in first place. I think a good show title would be That Time I Accidentally Got My Vaporeon Pregnant. Like that, like a furry comic, or just, you know, a show. That would be a good anime. A lot of animes are like, that time I got reincarnated as microwavable socks or something, you know? Like, I can see it. I can see it being a big hit, having like 6 seasons. Oh my god. One time I got reincarnated as a breeding Vaporeon. Yeah. All of them were... There's small chance Old Testament angels were just aliens, but probably all of them were schizo hallucinations. Well, I think that's more likely that... Oh, fucking goddamn it. Why does this always happen? I think it's more likely that they're just shit that people made up. I think that Okay, so I don't know how much like history there is to support this, but I just find it kind of like suspect that the Roman Empire was, you know, I don't know exact timelines. So, and you guys are like history people, right? So, what are the chances that the Roman Empire just basically made the whole thing up to create a state religion that controlled people better, right? That is a theory. Like, it seems likely to me. It seems like a possibility. It seems like 700. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it covers that period. There is no chance. Romans weren't actually open to religions. Well, then why was Christianity the religion of the Roman Empire like a couple hundred years after the fact? Right? Wasn't it like when did the Romans declare that Christianity was their like national religion or whatever? At some point they did. So you can't say, oh yeah, well they weren't open to other religions, because it's literally their like national religion. Three hundred if I remember right. Which was, and that was about the time when the Bible was put together, right? Like it was a bunch of books before then, and then it was put together at about like 300 AD, right? So the timelines are such that they just like made shit up and put it together in a specific way to get a specific result. Took earlier stories and just kind of rehashed everything.
People are still using their salute to this very day.
Somehow I'm in first, even though I've been looking at chat for half of this. I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense to me. Especially all the bits about, oh, you know what, you should really pay your taxes. That's the best thing for you to do is pay your taxes. That's a really interesting tenet that Christianity has, don't you think? Especially the fact that where specifically was Jesus born? I know the town name is Nazareth, but that area, what's that area called? Anyway, that area was under Roman control. You know, Roman occupation. So like forcefully being occupied by a foreign army, and the people there were just like, if invaders came to your country and then forced you to start paying taxes to them, you probably wouldn't like that very much. Judea? Yeah, probably Judea. So if the Romans came to your country, the area you were living, or anyone, right, and occupied it and said, you have to pay us taxes now, you probably wouldn't be very happy about that, right? So it's interesting to me that Jesus would have been like, oh yeah, totally, you should definitely pay your taxes. That's like the best thing you can do. This is just interesting that as someone who was like under that rule, when that was clearly wouldn't have been a common sentiment at the time. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Don't think about it. Think about God. Pay your taxes. It's okay. Those taxes belong to the government. Your money doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the government. Just worship God and give your money to the government.
For the legendary Bar Copra the Jew who pissed the Romans so off that Hadrian sent 12 legions and 200,000 soldiers to eradicate Israel off the map. Didn't Jesus raid a synagogue on the 6th of 31 AD and leave a blessing on Nancy Pelamis's desk?
I didn't hear any of that. I couldn't make out any of that because the music was too loud. I need to, like, read it. That's a fun auto mod. Was that it? Was that... Yeah, I don't even know what was said there. What? God damn it. Sometimes you accidentally drift the wrong way, and when you do that, it makes you just launch yourself off the side of the track. I probably do it at least once a race. I don't think it's something I'll ever, like, not do. Because it's just, like, very... It's just, like... You get so used to, like, your button inputs that... I don't know. I also hate this squid thing. It's so fucking pointless. If you know the track, it's totally pointless. And if you don't know the track super well, then it, like, totally fucks you. It's, like, a very, like, uneven item, I guess. Very nice, wholesome punishment for not paying taxes to the temple in the Old Testament, which is decided directly by God. Yeah, who wants their sight taken away? Yeah. It's like in Tarkov. Oh, fuck. Tarkov has this issue. It legit makes your grip worse in the game. Oh, it lowers your stats? Okay. If it lowers your stats too, then it makes sense, but... I didn't know it lowered your stats. I thought it just made you not see as well. Not see. What was I saying? Tarkov. Tarkov has this thing that no other multiplayer shooter has, where the more equipment you have on, the slower your turn rate. Which it basically just means it fucks with your mouse sensitivity, which is totally fucked. Especially since they added Arena, that they want to be like their competitive mode. That's like, here, have a competitive shooter where your sensitivity is constantly changing. Like, that's so stupid. Oh, fuck me. That didn't save any time because I just slammed into the wall. 20-minute queue time. No, it does. The queue times for arena are short. They're like 3 minutes. The biggest problem with the queue times for arena is actually this weird. It does a weird thing where you say yes, I want to play the game, right? And then it pops up, a second thing pops up that says, okay, game found. Are you still want to play the game? And you have to click yes. And then it takes like 5 minutes to load into the game. Well, not 5 minutes, maybe like 3 minutes. Right? So the problem is that if you click yes, I want to play the game and put yourself into queue, then you get up to get like a snack or a drink of water or something, which you have plenty of time to do because it's like 3 to 5 minutes before the actual game starts. You just can't, because at any moment it could just be like, oh, are you sure you still want to play the game? Could pop up. And then you're not going to click it, and then it's going to kick you out of the queue, and it's going to kick everyone else that was in your group out of the queue too. Well, I tried to save it with the bullet bill, but so it's super fucked in that regard, and I don't think people like remember that, right? So I'm sure what is happening a lot of the time is people go, they click, okay, queue me for another round, knowing it's going to take 3 to 5 minutes to get into a match, and then they get up to go to the bathroom, and then it pops up, oh, do you really actually want to play? And if you don't click yes in 15 seconds, it kicks you out. And that happened. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening all the time, because every single game you try to get into, there's like a person missing. God likes a good grip on his griffins and lionesses. I would say it. A Mario fact that would hurt me. I think I'm about done for the day. I kind of just want to like do the weekend. I could pound down another energy drink. Pound down a griffin. Oh fuck. That one still had some juice left inside it. It's just got everywhere. Is Trevor streaming? Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna quit a little bit early today. Let's go to what's the okay week? Yeah, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm just this week was like not a great week for me. Just like I don't know why. Just like brain. Okay. Slash raid the Trevor Fox. Yeah. Okay, we'll raid Trevor. So one new raid. Oh, there it is. All right, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Goodbye.